stopping us from growing to become a developed country?
What? Because structures are not there. Systems are not in place. People do things when they want to do it. People take things for granted. If you ask a average Nigeria to pay tax, so what are they pay tax for? What am I paying tax? Is government helping me? But which fund will the government use to help you? Developed countries out there, you can imagine how much they pay in tax. I'm very sure you heard of US or UK tax, how tax rate is high. But you can see those taxes are being used well.
The level of system.
It's growing. See the roads, the businesses, the grants out there for them, for the businesses. How will government get all those funds if we keep avoiding and evading tax?
I'm sorry to cut you short on that.
That's fine.
You know, during the COVID period and even up to date,
Yeah.
there are so many companies and businesses that folded up.
So
are you saying they didn't actually put, these factors in place for them to have actually go down the line?
Definitely. We don't even need to start going shop by shop and making researches. It is quite obvious. How many, like I said, are into insurance? How many are flexible enough? You know what kills businesses is they don't have they are not proactive.
Wow.
They're not able to, they are not proactive. They don't move with times. And there is season and there is time for everything. Seasons change.
Definitely.
Seasons change. If you feel, thank you. You know that the same way many businesses folded during that COVID-19, that's the same way some businesses end times 10 of their usual revenue. So many people made millions. What I say, even the people say they don't have business, still earn money inside that COVID-19 period. People started selling food. People started with their face mask production. Importing of face mask. Sanitizer. People that learned all those skills in NYC then mixing this and this to get sanitizer. It was in vogue. There are some businesses that they had no idea about how those things relate. But once they saw that, oh, this is what's actually moving this period, quickly they diverted. Well, nobody is saying you should cancel your usual plans, but be flexible. Be able to adapt to times, be able to adapt to seasons, be able to move as the tides change, move with it. If not, you'll be left behind. You'll be left behind. Okay, yeah, this is what I do, but for this season, what's moving this season? Oh, food stuff, no food, blah. Logistics. People definitely order for food. This business made a lot of money. Food stuff made a lot of money. Face mask. There are things that you should always have a plan B. Not as much as you want to build on one particular system, do not neglect others that might help you along the line. So I think that was what the major challenge was during that made a lot of business fold during the COVID-19 period.
Business world is just like I said, it's a sea of uncertainty.
Sure.
And if you're not a master of your own ship, your ship will definitely sink. If you're not able to move with the tides, move with the wave, then definitely
it's a sink
down.
Yeah, sure.
Down. Thank you so much for that. And lastly, can you tell us how, with the ABC coming thus far, it's not just because they've been able to start up a business, but because they've been able to sustain and grow and multiply. So it's one thing to start up a business, it's one thing to grow, it's one thing to sustain that growth, it's one thing to multiply, to expand. Sure. So how not just as a new entrepreneur, even for already existing business owners who are already confused and are frustrated already, you get how can they actually sustain, grow and multiply their business?
Okay. How do you sustain? And like you said, it's wanting to start a business, it's wanting to grow, it's wanting to sustain that growth, it's wanting to multiply that growth. First and foremost, top talents.
Wow, I love that.
We can never be an island of knowledge. We don't know everything. You want to start a business, you want to be the admin of the business, and you want that business to grow, you want to be the admin, you want to be the CEO, you want to be you want to be that, you want to be in charge of everything at the same time. No. There are those that are specialized in one particular area than the other. Get top talent on your different specialization. Let them come together and bring you the best. But at each time, also weigh, check, calm down and look at the pool of talent you have. Is it enough to drive home that success? Is it enough to bring you that goals? Is it enough to hit that target? If it's not enough, go out there and pull in top talent into your business. We need people of impact. We need smart people on board. We need people that are productive, that are competent. We have to bring them on board to drive home, to bring them that particular target we are looking at per time. So aside that also, We need great leadership.
Wow.
There's quite a big difference between being a boss and being a leader.
Yes.
A leader is one who sees the glass as half full when others, when everybody sees it as half empty.
Wow.
So that means for each time you have to look out for the opportunity. Regardless of the challenge or the time, there is always a way. A leader does not, a great leader does not sit back and wail over a failed investment, a failed business. No, you look out, you pick up the lessons from them. You learn and you improve. If you're not strong enough, how would your team still buckle up and act? If others are crying, no, you go out there and look for challenge. Leaders are thinkers. They think their way out of situations. Yes. They think their way out of challenges. So aside that, we also need a good decision-making policy. Okay. It's not enough to just, once there's an issue, you just decide. Nah, there should be a map-out strategy for how decisions are being made. If not, a one-man decision, they say, wrecks a lot. And that's why you have top companies having board of decision makers, board of directors to make decisions. You get that? Because at some points, feelings might come in, emotions might come in.
Yes,
and
definitely.
There is one thing that business does not allow: feelings. You cut it out. You cut out emotions.
Not part of business.
Exactly.
Emotion based on interest.
The major interest should be the business growth. How is it affecting the business? If it's not positive, you take it out. And that is what having a good decision-making strategy is all about. Making sure the business is always a top priority at all times. Then last but not the least, let's talk about the efficiencies, productivity efficiencies, the operational efficiencies. When I say operational efficiencies, I'm sure most people just look at it at the cost aspect.
Yeah, we Nigerians, we love cutting costs. I mean, getting to pay up for the consultancy, the legal.
Nobody wants to think of it.
Nobody wants to do that. They always want the easy way out.
But that's the easy way out. See, there's one thing. If a foundation is not well built, the building will not stand.
The Bible has it all. If a foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do?
Thank you.
Yeah, the foundation is just the pillar.
If you imagine building a foundation or erecting a foundation for a one-bedroom flat, and later you say, oh, let me just make it 5-story building. Give it time, it's going to collapse. It does not collapse in the next 1 year, it's going to collapse in the next 2 years.
Definitely.
And that's the same thing with business. Invest all you need to and make sure that structure stands first. It does not matter the cost. Just make sure everything is well placed out for you to stand first. Then you start building. Before you know, you're building a global, a global brand. So don't be scared of the cost. Don't be scared of how much it will cost you at the initial time. It's preferable to cost you more now than in the future where you have to lose everything and start afresh. So now when I'm talking about operational efficiency, yes, your cost should not outweigh your income. But at the first instance, make sure those costs are really the costs that will help you prevent further costs. You get that?
Then necessary.
Exactly. And also make sure that every activities of the organization, every activity the organization engages in is for the growth of the business. For each day, at the end of each day, hope something has been added that was not there yesterday. And hope everything is towards the growth. Exactly. Yes. Hope everything is towards the growth of the company. And not just doing anything because you are doing things, just making operations, and you're doing whatever activity. No. Every activity that is done in the business should be geared towards the profit of the business, towards the goal of the business. I think that's our roundup on your questions.
Thank you so much for that beautiful factors and benefits needed, not just to start a business, but a sustainable brand, a sustainable business in Nigeria and in any economy. So in summary, it's just you having this 4W. You having the why, you having the what, you having the where, and you having the when. The why is, why are you starting up a business? Are you starting up a business because you just want to make profit from it? Or are you starting up a business because you know there is a value, there is an impact you want to have, there is a solution you're actually creating, you're solving a problem. And then the what. What is your unique selling point? What differentiates you from others? Why do what is that purpose? What is that reason why I have to give you my money for your product or your service? What makes you different? What's that unique selling point for your product or for your service? And then the where is in terms of your demographic and the geographical location. Demographic in
terms of who are your target people, who are you meeting. It's not everybody that buys from you. There are specific and strategic persons that needs your product, that needs your services, and you should be able to locate them. And also, in terms of the geographic, you don't have to be at the wrong place with the right product. You have to be at the right place with the right product, where people can easily access and identify your product and your service. And then lastly, which is the way. Do you want that business to go off once you're no more, or you want it to continue even after they're no more? And today we come to the end of ABC Business Diet. Do well to send in your questions, your comments after this video via any medium being displayed on the screen. Thank you so much. And my name is once again M-A-I-Y.